So here's what I was thinking, right? Which is okay. So you know how you said we have enough people on TikTok where we could live stream.
Mm-hmm.
So even though we're not affiliated, fuck it, we're paying for this. Restream kind of fucking sucks where it won't connect to TikTok. That's what we're using for this fucking streaming thing. You think for $50 a goddamn month it would connect to TikTok, but no,
No.
it'll connect to Twitter because that makes sense for live streaming.
Sure.
Um, but I was thinking if you just want to do like behind the scenes shit, at any point in time you could just live stream to the TikTok and just do a little behind the scenes stuff.
All
You
right.
can even commentate it if you want. Anyway, though, are you ready to begin?
I've been ready since I was born.
All right, this is
My whole
totally
life has
not
been
the
leading up
third.
to this very particular moment.
This is not the third attempt because of technical difficulties. This is not.
No, we've never once had any problems making a podcast ever, and we're not about to start now.
Safari sucks, by the way.
Who still uses that?
And Chris, you take it.
And we are live. Hi, everybody. I'm Chris from the Game Boys.
And I'm Michael from the Game Boys.
And this is the Game Boys Show. Mike, how are you doing today?
I'm doing all right, sir. How are you?
I am doing great. Thank you for asking. You know, it's been a good week. It's been a good week for me personally. Has it been a good week for you personally as well?
It's been a good week for me physically.
But not emotionally.
This is a professional gaming podcast, by the way, the Game Boy Show. We talk about video games, video game news, and that's all we do here. Very professional, very top notch.
Yeah, we've never once deviated from that topic ever. And you know
And
why we don't? You know why we don't? Because not only is it professional, but we're the only video game news source on YouTube.
Not only that, but we were the first gaming source on YouTube.
And therefore the best.
And
hands down.
And with that, because we are the universe's premier gaming news network, we're going to start with the biggest news of the week. And I mean the biggest news that has happened this whole week.
Holy shit.
I know you're anticipating it. I'm anticipating it.
We're leading
We've
in
all
with
been
this.
anticipating us talking about it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But the Miami Dolphins almost got Tom Brady.
They were this close. They were this fucking close to snagging Tom Brady. It's absolutely insane.
Okay. So have you heard the whole story, or you just heard this in passing?
I've only ever heard bits and pieces of it.
Okay, what are the bits and pieces that you actually are aware of?
I heard that the Miami Dolphins made a very tempting offer to Tom Brady, but then for whatever reason he decided to re-sign with Tampa Bay after the coach left.
Okay, do you know what this tempting offer was? Do you know any other details, or that's it? That's all.
I don't know. I don't know the details. All I know is they wanted to get rid of Brian Flores to get Tom Brady.
Okay, so the whole story is this. Are you ready?
Break it down for my candy ass.
So Tom Brady, after this Bucs season, has a little message where it seems like he's retiring, right?
Mm-hmm.
But for some reason, he never addresses, the Patriots, right? The New England Patriots. And, New England, Boston fans are mad. They're like, oh, why aren't you addressing us? He's like, hold on. So it turns out, behind the scenes, right?
There was a conspiracy, if you will.
A legitimate. So Stephen Ross is the Miami Dolphins owner, right?
Mm-hmm.
He owns the Miami Dolphins. And he is a Michigan alumni. Huge Michigan booster. He loves University of Michigan. Who's probably arguably the best quarterback to ever come out of Michigan? Tom Brady. That's right, Chris. I'm glad you answered that. Now, what happened is somehow, some way, I don't know if this has been years in the making. I don't know if it's just kind of randomly happened, but Stephen Ross worked out a deal with Tom Brady, and he was like, hey, we will get you, since you will retire, we'll give you part ownership of the Dolphins. You can be the president and GM.
Oh, wow.
And then he's going to try and see if he could quarterback the Dolphins as well. At the same time, you know Sean Payton?
I'm familiar.
the New Orleans Saints head coach.
The New Orleans Saints head coach who got played in a movie by Kevin James.
Yes, which is the greatest casting of all time.
He looked exactly the same.
Like the greatest casting ever. Also, ironically, in that movie, they never touched on why Sean Payton was suspended.
That's so fucking great. Well, apparently the only way you can get access to NFL logos is if you only paint the NFL in a positive light, I guess.
Exactly. No, don't mind the fact that, Bountygate, Sean Payton and his defensive coordinators were paying a shit ton of money to their players if they could physically harm in the worst way possible the opposing team.
I'm sure no other team was doing that, but that's a whole different talk for a whole different podcast.
I mean, the Jets have never done that.
No, never. The Bucs have never done that. The Dolphins have never done that. No team's ever done that.
I was making a joke because the Jets suck.
Well, it's funny because the Jets are a punchline in itself. All I have to do is say the Jets and I laugh internally.
That's what Sean Payton wanted his players to do. Punch.
Don't be a Jets fan. Anyway.
We crack ourselves up here.
Anyway, please continue. Please continue.
Oh, yeah. So what happened is Sean Payton retires from the Saints with the prerogative that this plan of getting Tom Brady to the Dolphins is going to happen. So he was going to be the next head coach of the Dolphins. The only reason why this did not happen, because it was 99% of the way there, Tom Brady already said his goodbye to the Buccaneers, and he was going to go to the Dolphins. And what ends up happening is Brian Flores, the ex-Miami Dolphins head coach, sues the Dolphins in the NFL because Bill Belichick made a random text to the wrong Brian on his phone saying congrats on the, Giants job or whatever. But here's the craziest conspiracy of all. So that whole story.
Bill Belichick once again fucking the Dolphins over.
Yes. No. So it's hilarious because the whole thing with that whole Tom Brady, the Dolphin story and Sean Payton going, that was reported by, I think, what's his name? Brian Florio, I think, Pro Football Focus and NBC.
Brian Florio?
NBC Sports?
Brian Flores? Coincidence? I don't think so.
And someone from the Boston Globe. So there's actually legitimate reporters behind this who did their own investigative, journalism. The one conspiracy, though, that's come out of this is people legitimately think somehow Bill Belichick caught wind and purposely texted Brian Flores as an accident to literally screw over the Dolphins again.
I would not doubt this in the slightest because there's a reason he's called Bill Belichick. There's an absolute reason that he's got that tagline attached to him. He's an asshole, and I can totally see him doing that.
You remember how this whole Brian Flores lawsuit started, right? And everyone was like, oh, man, I can't believe Bill Belichick made that mistake, texted the wrong Brian. Now the league's getting sued. But then this story comes out, and you're like, oh, shit, he is a fucking genius.
Yeah, I mean, he sucks without Tom Brady, but he is a genius.
Like, he is a goddamn genius. It is crazy, dude.
That's insane. Wow.
Yeah, so, I mean, my thing is, could you imagine, though, if the Dolphins actually did get Tom Brady?
It's funny. I was talking with my girlfriend's dad, who's a huge Dolphins fan. And we were talking about this a couple of months ago, and I was joking around. I was like, what if the Dolphins got Tom Brady? How would you feel? And he said, without hesitation, I wouldn't like it. And I was like, really? Why wouldn't you like it? He said, because I want the Dolphins players to be born and bred as Dolphins. I don't want to trade them in and then have us win. I want to win the right way. And I was like, okay, but don't you want to win at all? Because you guys haven't had a successful season in like 50 years. If I were you, I'd take what I can get. But, that's how he feels. And I don't know if the Dolphins fans would be that appreciative if Tom Brady came to the team. Think of it this way. Remember what happened with Brett Favre?
Yeah.
I'm going to say, yeah, exactly.
But I'm going to spin it this way, which is I always think that it's a weird argument. And I've lived through this because Tom Brady came to my team and won a Super Bowl. So I've lived through this.
Yeah, but I mean, how do you feel now that Tom Brady came to your team and won a Super Bowl?
I love the fact that he won us a Super Bowl. I love that. I still do not like the man.
Then why do you have 2 jerseys of him, Mike?
Because, as I told you, if the Bucs won the Super Bowl that year, I would buy a shit ton of Buccaneers.
There you go. Then it doesn't fucking matter.
But that's the thing. But so my thing is like, if he came to the Dolphins, right, and he won the Super Bowl, those fans would not give a fucking shit. They're like, we won the
No,
fucking Super Bowl. That's all that matters.
absolutely. I can tell you right now, as somebody who's a Jets fan, if he went to the Jets and won the Super Bowl, I could not give less of a shit. I don't care.
The Jets can never win a Super Bowl.
Well, this is a hypothetical. We all know that will never happen, but it's a hypothetical.
It is a hypothetical. Although what's not a hypothetical is Chris is going to finally bring up that graphics card right after this.
Man, I don't know about you, but I love football in a gaming podcast.
I do too. No, we already touched on the biggest gaming news. I don't know where we can go from there, but
well, there is one thing that's slightly bigger than talking about football.
Nothing's bigger. Nothing's bigger than the NFL.
Well, what about the NFL on TikTok?
Possibly.
Think about that. What if it's about the NFL and video games and the Game Boys?
Now, hold on. We already talked about our TikTok at the beginning because I said, hey, what if you did a behind-the-scenes thing live stream while we're doing this on the TikTok? So we already mentioned our TikTok.
But we didn't mention the most recent video that we posted on our TikTok because that seems to be the only thing that's getting us any sort of attention these days.
We didn't. However, though, okay, hold on. You can mention it, but I guarantee you no one's going to care.
New TikTok up on the Game Boys TikTok. It's about Madden. Everybody loves Madden. But it's about the worst Madden that's ever been released. That's all I'm going to say about that. Here's my thing.
Who gives a shit about Madden anymore, man? Like, Madden's going downhill. No one cares about Madden.
The best part about Madden is insulting Madden. I mean, Madden is dead, both physically and the franchise. So what's left? Rip John Madden. So
I guess what I will say is, and let's see how many views. Wow, that's got 60.1 thousand views, 4,293 likes.
Oh, shit. I didn't realize it blew up that much. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah, I think that's 60.1 thousand. Yeah, 60.1 thousand.
All right.
That's crazy.
Cool. So please, for the love of God,
I have a legitimate question. I want an honest answer right now.
9/11.
Okay. That's all I need to know.
You're welcome.
That's all I've ever needed to know.
That's all you're going to get. That's all the answer you ever need. Any question you have to ask me specifically, the answer is always going to be 9/11.
I guess I stand corrected because I thought no one cared about Madden anymore, but clearly people do, and this is why they keep selling fucking games.
Dude, if you look at the comments on the video, it says, okay, that Madden was really good, except for the one on the PSP. And there are still people defending modern Madden in the comments section, but for the most part, people are saying the old Maddens were better. I don't like the direction that new Maddens are heading in. So people still have fond memories of Madden for whatever reason, even though NFL 2K5 is easily the greatest football game of all time, and NFL Blitz is the second greatest football game of all time. But for whatever reason, people love Madden. I don't get it.
Marcus, PSP.
Yeah. Anyway, we have a comment that we need to address, I feel like.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know how gaming related this is.
This is very gaming related. Apex Legends Senior Citizen. This guy keeps changing his name.
Hold on. Wait. I have a legitimate question. Is this the cousin of Warzone Senior Citizen, or is this a brother? Who is?
Yeah. How are Apex Legends Senior Citizen and Warzone Senior Citizen related? In what way do they coalesce? Are they one unit? Are they the same person? They just decided to get a sex change and a name change? How did this work?
What if Warzone Senior Citizen is schizophrenic?
Oh my God. All right. Don't mention it to them. If you tell someone they're schizophrenic, then they're just going to have more problems about being schizophrenic. So anyway, the Jets have fans? ? Didn't know that. No, the Jets have masochists. Nobody is actually a fan of the team. They just have people that really like to hate themselves. And that's what Jets fans, quote unquote, really are.
I'll give them credit though. I do love their chant of JETS lose lose lose. That's a great chant.
It works every time.
It does work every time.
There was only 1 year where that didn't work, and the
Yeah, well,
rest
that was
was
a stupid year.
the rest of the years they all failed
That was a
successfully.
very stupid year.
Well, it was a nice
Anyway,
year.
though.
69.
Yeah, no,
Nice.
I thought people would generally stop caring about Madden. Hold on. I do have another question though.
Okay.
Did you get the idea for that TikTok from my video idea that I sent you?
No, I got that from
Okay.
something unrelated.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I just want to make sure. I want to see if I inspired you, but clearly I don't. I am not your muse, apparently.
Well, you're the one that keeps telling me to make TikTok videos.
Well, dude, you're killing it.
I don't know what it is. Like I got the magic TikTok touch. I don't want to jinx it.
That is organic, right? Like you haven't paid.
I'm
for
not.
anything?
I'm not. Okay. I pay for ads sometimes. These are not paid for ads. These are organic TikTok views.
Do you know she's an ad?
Do you know she's an ad? Well, okay. The last couple of TikToks we didn't do that hot comparatively. Like they only got 4,000 views, 3,000 views, whatever. I thought this one would be on the same. I thought we had like a steady. That's probably what we're going to be from now on because we had a couple that went viral and we just kind of flatlined. And then this one blew up again. And I'm like, shit, I don't know what it is, but we're doing something right.
I don't know. You're killing it on the TikTok game, though, man. I told you this via text message, but I kind of want to post like condensed videos of ours from the YouTube onto the TikTok. You know how some people do that?
Yeah.
But then I'm afraid to do it because I'm like, no, because I don't want to ruin what you're doing, you know?
Well, the couple of things I'm worried about is I don't know if it's going to fuck with the algorithms where if people watch it, they're not going to watch it as long because they realize it's different from the content that we're making on TikTok. But at the same time, the reason I made the TikTok videos was so people could come to our YouTube channel.
Right.
So I feel like we need to at least put a couple of videos on the TikTok to let people know, hey, we're also on YouTube. Please subscribe to us on YouTube. We need to make some fucking money here. We can't just keep making TikTok videos.
Well, we make money via. Is it via or via?
Yes.
All right. Via the Patreon, which it's still the same 3 people donating to the Patreon. That's fine. But if we are getting almost 4,000 followers on TikTok, we need to start profiting off that somehow, right?
Well, okay. Yes and no. I want to profit off of TikTok organically. I don't want to have to beg people for money because the whole point of doing this is because it's fun.
Right.
Like if you happen to make some money off the side,
I will never make a TikTok video.
It's a lot of fun for me, I can tell you that. But it's fun, and I don't want to make money off it just for the sake of like begging people to pay us. You know, I want to make money off of it if they want to see more content from us. If they want us to make more and they are willing to pay us to make more, great. But I don't want to go down the route of begging for it just yet. Maybe that'll happen down the future, but I don't know.
Yeah, no, okay. That is a possibility. But I do know if you get big enough on TikTok, I mean, don't they pay you?
They do.
Okay.
I think if you get like 10,000 followers, they do something. I don't know what it is.
Okay.
And if you stream live, if you stream live, people can donate to you like with Twitch bits or whatever they call it.
Interesting.
TikTok bits, whatever it is. I haven't streamed live yet on TikTok, so I don't know.
Interesting. I will say I'm going to leave the whole thing up to you because whatever you're doing, it's working. I feel like if I just try and do it, I'll mess it up.
I can relate to the youth. I can relate to Gen Zers.
Yeah, no, you can. You can do it pretty well. I think you do it extremely well. But
I have to start. If I start flossing, we'll get like 1 million views per video.
Well, back to what we originally were talking about though, which is I'm surprised that many people remember that Madden, but B are defending Madden. That's what makes me sad about the youth.
They're few and far between. I have not seen many comments defending Madden, but it stuns me that there are comments at all defending Madden. It's like, do you like being taken advantage of? And if you are, there's plenty of different ways to do it. Like there's a BDSM club 5 blocks from you, I'm sure. Like you don't have to be insane enough to play Madden every year. I feel like there's better ways to waste your money.
Well, what are most of the 154 comments saying?
Most of them are saying, I remember that Madden. I liked that Madden. I never played it on PSP though. I played it on Xbox. A couple of them are saying I had that issue on PSP. And a couple of them are saying I played the game for PSP, but I never had a problem with it because the video is
Okay.
about. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying. Okay.
The video is about when you played Madden 06 for PSP on franchise mode, and you turned the ball over, the game would crash every
Right.
time,
Which is
and it wouldn't save your progress.
Marcus PSP.
PSP, and EA refused to do anything about it. That's the
Now hold on. I
essential
saw that
of
headline
TikTok.
on the video where it said deal with it. But I mean, was that like taken out of context, or is that legitimately just like EA's like, we don't fucking care?
They didn't say deal with it directly, but in response to what reporters were asking them if they're going to fix it, they essentially said deal with it without saying deal with it. That's what the article broke down to.
Because hold on. This is, I know they would never do this, but is it
It's
weird
EA.
that
They'll do whatever the fuck it takes.
I was gonna say, but is it weird though to have immensely more respect and find it a trillion times more funny if they just straight up said deal with it? That was it. Like,
you know what? If they did say deal with it, I would just laugh my ass off. You know, I would accept it.
You? Because at that point, you're the only fucking football game on the market. You'd be like, yeah, fuck it, deal with it, guys. Like, I don't give a shit.
What are you gonna do about it? Buy a different football game? Oh wait.
Oh, we'll cry about it with your money. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
You know what stuns
it breaks
me?
for you? Buy it on the fucking PS3. Oh, it breaks for you? Oh, buy it on the 360.
You know, it absolutely stuns me that Madden is still like a top 5 selling game every year.
Well, because it has a monopoly on NFL licensed football games. There is no other NFL game to compete with it, and people will. There are NFL fans who will suck the dick of the NFL no matter what.
It's ridiculous how many Madden simps there are out there, though. I mean, there are YouTube channels dedicated to just literally sucking Madden's dick.
Yeah, but you also have some who have actively rebelled against it, and some big names too, like you mentioned in that video, Ryan Moody.
Mm-hmm. Ryan
Moody's one of them.
Shout out to Ryan.
TV. He's another one. Even the man I love to watch a lot, who started off as a huge Madden YouTuber and then transitioned to other sports games because he got sick of Madden and hated it, which is not the expert.
Well, he's not the expert, though. We're the experts.
So, we're the experts. We can break it down for you.
Yo, shout outs to all those YouTube channels. Check them out. They're hot.
They are very hot. You should check them out. You know, it's another channel you should check out.
The Game Boys?
Yes. Tell me about the Game Boys on YouTube, Chris.
Well, the Game Boys on YouTube is YouTube's only gaming channel. Period. You will not find any more gaming content on YouTube other than the Game Boys. Really, we're like the EA of the YouTube space in that we're a monopoly. You can't go anywhere else.
Exactly. And speaking of things that we do in the YouTube channel, Apex Legends Senior Citizen has said, and go ahead, you can read it if you want.
Do you have an ETA of your computer build stream?
So I do know you just recently bought the graphics card. Chris, do you wanna maybe talk about it?
No.
I want to see if you can guess the one thing I've been craving the most since I've started my diet on January 1st.
Food.
I was going to ask what food. So my diet consisted of 3 things, right? It is soup, salad, and poke.
Jesus. So it sounds like you've kind of been starving yourself.
Yeah, I have. But I want you to try and go through, knowing me, what's the one particular food I've been craving the most?
Okay. Well,
and take a long time to think about it. If you guess it right, I'll tell you.
Okay, but here's the thing, though. I know I can't take you seriously as an Italian. because you said so on multiple occasions, and we all know this because you went to Olive Garden one time, and that's literally unforgivable. So I had to discard pasta, pizza, basically anything that's really good. So I had to think more American foods. So I'm thinking along the lines of ribs, steak, but at the same time, I know you don't like barbecue because you're a fucking madman. So I would think that the one thing that you are craving the most on this diet of yours, definitely lentil soup.
Wow, you want to know the answer?
I mean, I think we stalled enough for time.
No. Okay, so you got it dead fucking wrong.
I think I got it
And
dead right. You're just too ashamed to admit it.
No. You got it dead wrong. Lentil soup is actually part of my diet. I can
No,
have
no,
lentil soup.
no, no, no. You can't. Lentil soup is too unhealthy. Nobody can eat lentil soup.
You're right. You're right.
You just got exposed, motherfucker.
Right. I've been craving lentil soup this whole time, and I just don't know why I can't have lentil soup. I mean, come on, man. I see the soup sitting there, and I see that nice lentil broth. I'm like, oh my god, I need to have that. And then I see the little lentils in there. I'm like, oh my god, lentils taste so good. And I get the little spoon, and I pick it up from the bowl, and I put it in my mouth, and I'm like, I can't, bro, I can't do it, and I just spit it up.
I mean that. Yeah, that sounds like every experience I've had with lentil soup in general. Honestly,
I can't stand it, man. I honest to God, can't stand it.
Well, now that I've gotten lentil soup correct, what is the other answer that was not correct that you would have said?
So, the other answer that is not correct, but I could have said in an alternate, like Steven Wonder universe.
Okay.
I was trying to say Steven Universe, and I ended up with Steven.
And Tony, you put Tony Wonder in there for no reason.
No, because you know what it probably was? I was probably thinking of Stevie Wonder.
Oh, okay.
And Steven Universe. And for some reason, instead of Universe, it came out as Wonder.
I wonder where you were going with that.
Somebody say Wonder. Yeah, so in an alternate universe, it may have been pizza.
But I can't take you seriously as an Italian. That's why I had to dismiss that immediately.
Well, here's the deal, Chris. I can't take you seriously as an American.
Well,
Zero ancestors in the Mayflower? Come on.
That's why I can't eat burgers. I can't eat whatever the fuck else fries. Americans eat. No, those are French.
You try your hardest to be American by overdoing ketchup on everything, but that's because you're secretly Italian, and that's basically tomato sauce.
It's just sweet. Ketchup. Yeah, ketchup is just sweet tomato sauce. I mean, let's be honest about what it is here. Did you know that in China they put ketchup on pasta?
So Li Shang had ketchup on pasta all the time?
Not in America, because I forbade him from doing that. But apparently in China, that's just a common thing that they do.
What about Dr. Vegas?
I don't know. I think Dr. Vegas is too classy to have ketchup in general.
Speaking of China,
nice
do
segue.
You think they would ever do a brand new Splinter Cell or Metal Gear in China?
I mean, I don't see why not. It's not like those games sell in China.
True. Because I'm trying to think, I think Modern Warfare is kind of touched on China a little bit.
No, they do. No, I don't think so.
They avoided China too?
Yeah, they avoid China. Because Call of Duty does sell in China. They do Russia. Because apparently war movies are still stuck in the 80s. And we can't advance any more than that.
I mean, are they though? Because if you think about it, Russia is also being a dick right now again.
Yeah, but I don't see any video games coming out about the Ukraine.
True.
I only see them coming about like 80s Russian stuff.
Do you think it's Riot? Do you think because Riot got so huge and big in China that people are like, oh shit, China's a huge fucking market. Let's not upset them?
I think League of Legends ruined video games in more ways than one. And that's the biggest
movies.
one.
I think the movies industry ruined video games.
Go on.
Okay, so think about it, right? Movies that last 12, almost pushing 15 years have kind of sucked more and more each year, right?
You mean like in general or video game movies?
In general.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I agree with that. There's only one or two good movies that came out last year.
Exactly. The reason being is because who are they gearing their movies to?
China.
Exactly. Now, who else saw that potentially and was like, hey, we can make a shit ton of money by selling to China, and that's a video game industry. I'm telling you,
No,
man.
I think the video game industry was there first. I think
You
that's
think
what I
so?
think. I think so. Yeah.
So the movie industry stole from the video game industry?
I think that's exactly what happened. I think that they saw how popular League of Legends was in China, and the movie industry was like, "Well, there's some big money to be had here, and we're just leaving on the table. Let's try and appeal to China at the cost of America." So they just
You
made
know,
all the movies appeal to China.
you might you might be right. I feel like we've had a very conspiracy heavy podcast today.
Well, it's not a conspiracy if it's true.
That's
Wait, is it
true.
actually? No, wait, that's still a conspiracy. It's not a conspiracy theory if it's true.
It's just a conspiracy. It's a
It's just
legitimate conspiracy,
it's not
but it's
conspiracy
not a
theory.
theory.
It's conspiracy fact.
You're, um, but no, yeah, I guess you could be right on that. Either way, though, because I know mobile gaming took off because of China
Hmm.
and Korea
Do you know
and
why mobile
Japan.
gaming took off because of those two countries? Well, not Korea, mostly China. You know why mobile gaming took off in that country?
Well, isn't it because consoles are banned in China?
Consoles were banned in China because the Chinese government banned it because they were afraid what gaming was going to do to the youth.
I mean, they weren't
So
wrong.
the only way to access video games was through a computer or through a mobile phone or tablet or something, because it's the only way you can
Hold
get
on,
video games over there.
hold on. So did they ever lift that ban?
They've eased it, but they haven't lifted it.
Okay, but computer gaming can still do, right?
Yes,
So you've been able to do
but
that for a long time.
don't forget about that rule they made a little while ago. I don't know if they still enforce it. You only have a little bit of game time a week.
That's true too.
Exactly.
Now, have you also heard though that the Riot Games, and this is just another conspiracy theory,
Eerie.
um, but it's that if you download like a Riot game on your phone or any basically any Chinese based app, that they just spy on all your shit.
I believe that. Yeah, I believe that. I wouldn't be surprised if our TikTok was being spied on by the Chinese government.
Well, that's why there's a potential blockade on that app, wasn't there?
There was for like a hot second, and then some government entity had a watch over it. I completely lost track of what happened. Bottom line is, we're all being spied on at all times, and there's nowhere safe to be hiding.
Well, if y'all want to protect yourself from being spied on, you can go to this week's sponsor, NordVPN. No, we're not sponsored by NordVPN.
No, we're
I
not
wish
cool
we
enough to have a sponsor,
I wish,
unfortunately.
dude. If NordVPN ever reached out to us, you and I would both do this. But I would love to make like a internet historian level ad
Yeah,
for NordVPN.
that would be
That
a
would be
lot of
great.
fun. That would be great.
That would be
The
great.
What if? Okay, here's the thing. If Raid Shadow Legends came up to us and said, "Hey, we want to sponsor you
No,
guys," would you take
I
it?
will no. I will never take raid.
No.
If we did take raid, I would tell them, would you be okay with us bashing your game while while we get sponsored? Will you allow that?
It's so weird that every time I see a Raid Shadow Legends ad that's not Internet Historian, every one of them says, "Oh, my favorite character is the orc. Oh, my favorite character is the wizard." And you know damn well they haven't played a single second of the game. You know they
No,
don't play it
they haven't.
whatsoever.
They haven't. Um, my thing is to tie it to what we were just talking about, which is I kind of lost a little bit of respect for Internet Historian when he did do Raid Shadow Legends ads.
It was funny. It was funny. They were done in a creative and humorous way, so it's acceptable.
I
But when
guess
you're
that's
just
true.
reading the script they give you, it's a little different.
Is Raid a Chinese game?
I wouldn't doubt it.
Hold on. We just missed something huge right here.
Okay.
And I mean, Jai fucking Norm is huge. China has allowed mobile games, but they won't allow console games, but they allow anime.
Whoa.
The fuck is wrong with them? Huh. Well,
Huh.
we So you're laughing. I should be laughing because we had something set up for this and now it's just all falling apart.
I'm laughing at that
So,
and a combination of the most recent comment we got.
let's see.
I'll read it out loud.
All right.
Okay, this is from Apex Legends Senior Citizen. I'm
Wait,
75
what
virtual.
happened to Warzone senior citizen?
We never got
Did
an
we ever
answer.
get the
He never
answers?
responded. I feel like there's a conspiracy
Also,
going on here that we don't know about.
Time out real quick before we get to this. I know it's on the screen, so anyone actually looking at the stream can see it. But No Pop is safe. Is he ever going to do anything with us? Is he ever going to come on? Is he ever?
I've reached out to him numerous times about coming on the podcast or giving us video ideas, but he just is not interested.
Okay, that's fine.
It's
No, he has every right to do that. No Pop.
It's also hard to get in touch with the fucker because we don't know who he is.
But No Pop is safe. Has every right to do that.
If he wants to be anonymous, it's on him. But speaking of fans, Apex Legends Senior Citizen has just sent us a message. I'm 75 virtual years old. Passing out. We'll catch the rerun on the AM treadmill. You need elite cardio for Apex ranked mode. Cheers, guys. Good stream. And he put an additional dot at the end.
Oh, cheers. Is Apex Legends Senior Citizens British?
I think we need to make a video about that and have our face look like this and have arrows pointing somewhere on the screen with circles around it.
Is Apex Legends Senior Citizen? Is he British? Let's find out on
Extreme clickbait.
This week's episode of Clickbait. Hey guys, thanks for watching this week's episode of Clickbait. Before we get into it, I'd like to thank today's sponsors, Raycom, or whatever the fuck. What's the
Raid
full name of
Shadow
Raycom?
Legends.
No, there's Raycom.
Raycon earbuds.
Yeah, there we go. Raycon earbuds. Oh man, I was so skeptical about them, but Raycon reached out to me and I tried it. They're the fucking best. Oh, I can't curse because I monetize. Well, shit.
Is that why you're wearing Apple earpods and not Raycons?
No, these are Raycons, just with the Apple AirPod skin.
Oh, you painted your Raycons. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, no, I got a D brand skin, another sponsor of the video.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Does D brand sponsor a lot of YouTube channels?
Well, Alibaba Express, another sponsor of the channel.
Okay.
I bought the D brand skin through Alibaba Express.
I see.
In order to get these covers for my Raycon earbuds.
I never knew that. Interesting.
All thanks to the money that NordVPN sent us while I was playing Raid Shadow Legends.
I thought you said we didn't do Raid Shadow Legends ads, Mike.
And while I was doing all of that, I was also, using my Manscaped while cooking my Eat Fresh meal kit. So,
I think we covered just about everything, right?
What are the other major ads you see for gamers? Because those are all the ones I've seen.
Those are the main ones. I can't think of any others off the top of my head. The ones that always stick out are NordVPN, Raid Shadow Legends, and Raycons.
Raycon. Manscaped, I will see on a lot of videos too.
Yeah. I don't know. That's
Hello,
it. That's all I
Fresh
got.
Machine, I'm not the experts shit.
Keeps, but that's for old people.
Oh yeah, Keeps I've seen.
Are we at that age where we're getting advertised to with a bunch of hair growth formula?
I mean, I am balding, so
totally. I can see the lack of hair. Yeah, as you can tell, I too have lost all of it.
Oh my lord!
But I mean, I'm just. It's going to happen at some point. I'm just trying to enjoy it while I still got it.
I'm just going to keep going on this topic because we're stalling for the big surprise here, which apparently may not happen.
Hold on. Can you stall for like 5 minutes?
I will try and stall.
Okay.
So if I were to think of all the sponsors that I would want our channel to have, right? There are a couple that comes to mind. NordVPN is definitely number one, and that's fine. But I'd also kind of like to have like a HelloFresh because I've always been interested about HelloFresh. I think I tried them before, like 5 years ago. They were kind of interesting. Manscaped seems stupid. I would never do Raid. Something else, though, I will get into, and since we're going to make this a solo podcast here right now with me, Michael from the Game Boys, is I'm going to talk about why there's a lack of sports competition in the gaming industry. And by sports competition, I mean sports games, not like esports or MLG or any of that. I mean, if you think about it,
We got a couple more
there's like
seconds left.
one baseball game, and that's MLB The Show. I know Microsoft or someone tried to do like I think RBI Legends or something like that. Hasn't done that well. And then for NBA, all you have is NBA 2K, right? For the NFL, all you have is Madden. For the NHL, all you have is EA NHL. For at least for football, as in soccer, you do have FIFA and you have PES. But both of those fucking suck. But at least there's competition. But the thing I find crazy is back in the day, like for NHL, you had NHL Blitz. You had or hits? Was it hits?
NHL Hits. NHL Hits.
NHL
which is
Hits.
one of the best sports games. It was so good.
And you still had EA's NHL game, and then you had was there a third NHL game or no?
There was NHL 2K.
NHL 2K. So you at least had three. Same with the NFL. You used to have a shit ton of NFL games too. You had NFL 2K. You had Sega teamed up with 2K.
There was NFL. There was NFL Game Day. There was
Game Day.
Yeah.
There was I want to say was there like a weird NFL 365 or something like that or
there was Blitz the League.
Blitz the League. And then same with baseball too. You used to have like EA's baseball game, 2K had a baseball game. I mean, you still had the San Diego Sports baseball game, but basically the moral of the story is there used to be so much more competition in the video gaming sphere for sports.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how the fuck they all went away because when you had that competition, you had some gem games.
It created NFL 2K5, the greatest football game that was ever made.
It was the greatest football game ever made.
I guess like I don't know. It costs so much money to make a sports game now, between the licensing and the graphics you need to create in order to make it feasible, that I guess it's just not worth it to compete. Which is a shame because now video games. This is a problem with video games in general now. There's like so few of them being made, at least at a AAA tier.
Yeah,
that the competition is just non-existent.
And it's very or if the competition does start, you have a bigger company buy them out.
That's it. Yeah, people make businesses to get bought out anymore. They don't make businesses to make product.
No, but I guess what I'm saying is like there used to be some. I guess there were AAA studios, but like Bethesda, I consider AAA studio, but then they get bought out by Xbox. Mm-hmm. Same with Obsidian. They were a AAA studio. They get bought out by Xbox.
Bungie gets bought out by Activision, then gets bought out by Sony.
Yeah. It's just fucking ridiculous. Like, I don't know, man. Like, is there a space for mid-tier AAA studios anymore?
No. I think it's just indie or get the fuck out.
Because it's only a matter of time until CD Projekt Red gets bought.
Yeah, it really is just a matter of time, and I guarantee you Xbox is going to buy them. Now's the time to buy CD Projekt Red because stocks are low, belief in the company is low, so they're going to be a cheaper deal than if you bought them like 2 or 3 years ago. It's just, I mean, it's going to happen.
Here's my question, though. I know Amazon is trying their hardest to get into the video game sphere.
For whatever, which I don't know why. Like, why? First of all, why are you getting into TV shows and movies? Why do you feel the need to do this? And second of all, why do you feel the need to get into video games too? Like, they're trying to become the global leader in everything. They're going to become the world dictators.
Yeah, which is what I'm confused about. But I know Apple is trying to compete with them too, but I don't know if Apple's trying to get in the gaming space. Are they?
I don't know what Apple's trying to do at this point. Because Apple, I think, I don't know how true this is, but I read somewhere that Apple...
Wait, conspiracy?
Conspiracy. I don't know if it's conspiracy fact, but it's conspiracy theory. Apple has the highest profits of any video game company in the industry right now. Because they take such a large cut from the Apple Store when people buy stuff.
Oh.
And what do you think people are buying the most of, specifically now? Mobile stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. All those fucking mobile games.
All these fucking mobile microtransactions are killing video games. And I blame the filthy fucking normies for doing that.
I do too. Well, the other thing I'm kind of fearful of is I know some gaming studios are thinking about including NFTs into their games.
Which I don't understand. Like, what is this accomplishing?
I don't get how that would work. I also don't get how that's not different from just buying something in an in-game store.
Well, I guess the idea is you can't sell it if it's in an in-game store, but if it's an NFT, you can
No,
get it
but
and sell it somewhere else.
I guess what I'm wondering is how is this different than if you bought a Spider-Man skin off of the Fortnite store? You can't sell that skin.
Right.
But what
Apparently,
you
you
can
can as
sell
an
is
NFT.
sex. You can sell sex.
Been there, done that.
But sex.
I don't know. I've never had
There
it.
he is. All right.
I hate this.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome, always on Tim, the Tool Man Time.
My computer's haunted. There's no other explanation.
What happened to your computer?
It refused to connect to the AirPods that it's connected to all this time, and its fucking sibling, the AirPod. Oh, sorry, it's its sibling.
You can curse. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, but it's the Max and the Air. Like that's
Yeah.
why you cornered that
Yeah.
market. You had to.
It's
make
all
it
Apple.
better.
It's
And then
one giant incestuous relationship. That's all it is.
I tried to go to the classic J Labs.
Nice.
They're like $40-$50.
I was
Those-
hoping you'd pull out the Raycons, but okay.
Yeah, those wouldn't connect either. So I'm assuming it's because I haven't updated the newest Mac software in a while, and now it's just going to do what it does in all its devices, which is make everything not work until you upgrade.
Hooray.
Apple has completely ruined all of computers.
And
So
then
that's
that
cool.
upgrade drains your battery, so then you get a new one, and then this cycle continues.
I don't know if you guys saw the Windows 11 update, but you're gonna have to upgrade to Windows 11 in like 3 or 4 years. Their OS looks strikingly similar to Mac. Like they're clearly taking some inspiration from.
Isn't that how
Apple.
that's how a lot of shit's going now? Like I've noticed this with logos, but they're all minimalistic now. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
Fuck.
I don't know what the deal with that is. Like, what's the purpose?
Put more effort in.
Yeah,
$100,000.
It's fucking lazy and it looks fucking terrible.
Maybe sometimes less is more. Who the fuck knows? If you have like one less line on the logo that you have to draw, that's a whole 37 cents you save on printing.
Yes.
That's true.
But it just looks fucking terrible.
Gotta cut corners somewhere. I mean,
but
you could take that money you save and pay your slave workers more, but why would you do that? I mean, that doesn't make any sense.
No,
What's the
you
point,
don't
though?
need to pay them.
Yeah.
Who do you think we are? Nike? Oh, no, wait.
Savage, classy, boozy, ratchet.
Anyway, Tim, how you doing?
Oh, just floating up the chimney.
Have you been playing any games this week?
I haven't been able to play anything, man. I'm working too much. But last game I got was Odyssey that I have on the Switch.
Have you been had a chance to play it at all, or not really?
Maybe like hour or two, and I keep getting confused, and then I throw it off a building, and then next day I pick it back up, and then in the corner for another week, and then try it again for an hour.
Man, that Switch is a tough motherfucker if it keeps surviving
is.
you throwing it off a building.
What is the best controller way for that game? They're like, oh, do the separate joystick thing. So, and oh, by the way, here's moves you can only do that way for some inexplicable reason. And then it's like you have the classic controller, and then you have put the
That
thing,
Pro controller?
things, and
I played with the classic controller and I never had any problems.
I played it with the Pro controller.
why
Pro controller is fine.
Pro?
It's just think of like an Xbox controller just for Nintendo, licensed by Nintendo. It's just a normal controller for the Switch.
Yeah, this is
called a Pro controller.
this is the Pro controller. Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
But that's a real shame that you don't have time to play games. It's adulting fucking
That is a
sucks.
shame.
I think no one should do it.
Yeah.
Like the
Like
second,
Kanner was never the biggest gamer though.
I mean, he played like NHL hits. All right, and as far as I'm concerned, that's as much of a gamer as you need to be.
When that Good Charlotte song comes onto my iPod now, I will think of us very drunk playing that game.
It's the only way you can think about it. Oh, roll.
What? I thought that
good
was
song.
Limp Bizkit. I didn't know
That
it was Good
one,
Charlotte.
but that's the opening song. Is that one? Good Charlotte has a song in the game. when you start the game, it's rolling.
Yeah, there's like some other song, but it was both of those. I downloaded on my phone. So
Mhm.
there we go.
Well, did you guys keep rolling?
Didn't we have
Rolling.
a season or something on there?
We did. We won a championship. I remember that.
Did you win with the Islanders?
Oh, for you mentioning that, we're gonna have to take a break.
Oh, hi.
We're back.
Hey,
Oh,
good to
wow.
see you. Long time no see.
We are back. Hello, everyone. So this is the bonus segment
Bonus.
with Always on Tim, the Tool Man time.
All right. Am I going to name fire trucks?
If you want, go
Up to
ahead.
you.
Do it. I dare
Right.
you. I triple dog dare
Okay,
you.
okay. Red ones.
Nailed it. All right, nice.
Yeah, that was
You
good.
did it.
That was actually really good.
Congrats.
That was really good.
All right.
I was very happy with that one. That was great. That was great. And that's our bonus segment, guys. Anything else you want to talk about?
Well, we did have a couple of segments that were sort of video game related, but I feel like we can get Mike to weigh in on this. Mike, did you ever play Madden?
Of course.
Were you? When did you stop playing Madden? Around what year?
The last one I bought, I think, is 20 with Lamar Jackson.
You bought 20?
I hadn't had one since, I think, 16 or something, or 17 or something.
What the?
And-
Okay, well now I know why Madden is still popular. People are still buying it like shit.
Well, but I couldn't believe how I haven't bought it since because I cannot believe that's one of the best-selling games. Like, why are these glitches happening? Like, went over, and then they're, like, coming back now. Like, they're trying to do too much, and it's coming back, and it's glitchy and terrible.
I would argue they're not trying to do enough. You get like one new mode every year that they swap out with a different mode.
Yep, and all I do is do franchise mode, turn off salary cap, and beat the living shit out of the computer and win 200 to nothing to go off team. I mean, I don't need any of that stuff.
Do you tell your players it's time? Do you bounty gate with your team?
Of course. Oh, I always try to hurt the other team. The only reason I lose one is so I can hurt players on the other team. Because it's not terrible, because it's just Madden's just like second week of the season. By the way, you're 99 overall, just fucking tore every muscle in his body. He's out for 14 weeks. Why? So if I'm going to do that,
just get his ass back on the field. He has to show commitment.
I only hit with the hit stick. Never ever have I pressed player. It's hit stick or bust.
Now, how many concussions do you cause in Madden?
Oh, I hope infinite. Yeah. I want to make the good players retire early so the computer's even shittier and then I can keep up.
If they don't trade you the good players, fuck them. Get them out of the league.
I completely agree. Is Madden your favorite football? What's your favorite football game?
It's got what you can't have others.
Okay, before the dark ages of 2005, did you have another football game you liked? Or
there was there was one when the original Xbox came out. Is it Scott? I think Peyton Manning on the cover. It's like NFL Live or something. Is that possible? What is it?
It's a possibility.
There was NFL Game Day. I don't think that
NFL Fever?
Yeah, NFL Fever. Yeah.
NFL
Fever was great.
Original Xbox?
Fever was great.
Oh, dude, that game on rookie mode, and of course, I was actually like 10 or 9 or whatever at this time, right? So rookie mode made more sense, not in a psychotic way like I use it today. But I had the Rams and Isaiah Hakeem. You could just put him. He's a punt returner. Put him. Just do a straight streak forward. You could just tap the button 100%. It never not worked. And that's all I had to do on offense is buy Azir, and then you just fucking it was so easy. It's perfect. But that game, and then
I miss game day. Game day was great.
It's a
Or
shame
Fever.
that
Fever too. Fever's great
Fever.
too.
And I mean NFL 2K. I missed the most. That was
Well, 2K5 is my favorite.
Then the 1 year of ESPN one. I think my brother-
Yeah. You know what's funny? EA has the license to use ESPN. They just refuse to.
They never do. Oh, you want to know something else funny too? For Madden 22, this current iteration until 23 comes out, they tweeted pictures using the ESPN graphic for games, and it was never in the game.
Never bothered. They figured out how much time it would take to program. It would take a whole day and a half, and they're like, yes, whatever, too much work.
Also, I think like scouting and GM trees or whatever the fuck was supposed to be in franchise mode, they didn't actually implement until like 6 months after the season started.
I'm stunned they implemented it at all.
I am too.
It's just why is it so bad? That's all. It's just
They don't have to try.
literally
They don't have to. There's no
like,
competition.
literally why. Why in my game from 2020, if I play franchise mode, still every time it shows my scoring drive, it's like 2 plays, 98 yards, fucking pass, touchdown, whatever. Time of possession, 5-5-4-5-7-6-6-4-4-3-4-4 : 4-3-5-7-4-5. Why is it still like that? How do you not just go in and be like, maybe it shouldn't show 58 million minutes every time he scores a touchdown?
Have you ever heard of a Monopoly?
Golly.
I've heard of the Monopoly Man.
Well, imagine if he owned Electronic Arts Sports.
I think there is a video game Monopoly that actually has that on there. I think that does exist.
Great. No, but if you legitimately have no competition, you don't have to try at all. And I think they still have the exclusive NFL license for the next 10 years.
I thought
they extended it another 10 years?
I thought they got
Maybe
over it or something. Didn't they resolve it or some shit?
There was some sort of class action lawsuit that got resolved. I don't think that the NFL particularly cares because less competition means more revenue coming in their way. So what the fuck are you going to do?
Well, you know what I find ironic is back in 2006, rain on my wedding day. Thanks, Elena's.
Oh, sorry. Alana, she's women.
Always just randomly singing. What are they doing?
Bro, she's still singing.
Bro, what do I do? Bro, I just need a bunch of huskies.
Bro, that might be my brother. That's what he said. I don't know. That's me. You guys know the word.
Anyway.
Hello?
The fuck was I saying? Oh,
just 6.
So in 2006.
Yes, I got
worry. The only reason that the NFL canceled their contract with ESPN NFL 2K5 was because they made that game go on sale super cheap to undercut EA and get more people to buy the game. And they said that cheapened the NFL brand. And so they stopped the contract agreement with them. Now, an EA NFL game that barely works half the fucking time and they don't deliver on anything that they promised before the year, that doesn't cheapen the brand? Are you sure about that?
No, why would it? Every time you play a Madden game, you think of how broken and shitty the NFL is, and it perfectly reflects the product. So it makes sense.
I guess that's true. Did you also know, and I think it was Madden 20, I think yours, or was 21, if you signed Colin Kaepernick a free agency, you unlocked a achievement or a trophy for signing Kaepernick.
Did you also know that in that game, the warning message that popped up was every time you assigned a free agent, you're like, are you sure you want to bring aboard this free agent? The only one that was different was Colin Kaepernick's. Yep. And it said, congratulations, you're about to draft Colin Kaepernick.
No, sign.
That was the only,
not draft, sign.
You're about to sign Colin Kaepernick. And that was the only one that was different. Everyone else was like, you really want to do this? You really want to go through with this? And then Colin comes in and it's like, come on board, buddy. This is the best decision you'll ever make.
I signed him every time. First round draft pick from the Broncos. Thank you. Easy money. Bye. he was their starter for like 5 years after that. Good for him. Thanks for the draft pick.
I was thinking about this the other day for Madden. Do you remember where you could just literally create your own team and customize your stadium? How the fuck is that still not around?
Yeah, my cousin and I were playing ESPN 2K5 like a few years ago, just because we wanted to play it again, and we made a team. We made a team called the Info Warriors.
Nice.
We based them in New Mexico. We had an alien as the logo. Like, oh man, I missed that shit. It was so much
I remember
fun.
in 2K. I mean, you could pick a bunch of different preset custom things, but I remember Madden, like Madden 06, I think even not the next gen one, but the PS2 one.
Mm-hmm.
You could full out customize the stadium, the way the stands look, the way the end zone is. You could customize your uniform, the colors of it, the different styles of uniform you want to have. Like, it was amazing.
Everything was customizable.
Yeah.
And now it's like even you can't even customize your team. Sort of. Like, you can't really like pick which players you want on your team unless you're willing to go like through like several thousand bullshit workarounds.
Yeah,
and it's kind of a pain.
Stupid.
It's stupid. Like, I don't know. I don't like football anymore, and Madden is contributing to that.
It's just a legacy feature.
You could create teams and players.
What was that?
NHL Hits 2002. You could create teams and players and colors.
We did that.
We had some guys. It was the wood.
Remember, we had the loghead guy. We had a shark head guy.
Yeah, bro. So many guys.
Bro.
They all did things, bro.
They're the guys from the.
The guy's got a shark on his head. How's he going to be able to see the puck?
Bro, how is he able to live?
Whoa! What happened? What happened there?
That was always my favorite. When Vegas would just watch sports, he'd be so genuinely like, whoa.
How did you do that? Oh, bro, he was over there and he shot the thing and went over there and then
he just genuinely was surprised by like things that were happening in sports.
He would be surprised about everything.
He would look at the most obscure cable channels also and be fascinated by that. Like for a random turkey hunting channel or something.
Yeah.
What are they doing?
Or like it was National Geographic or something, but I remember it was like an hour straight of just like these monkeys just on the screen and he was watching them.
He did not partake in anything whatsoever. He was a sober gentleman.
He was a very sober man.
Yeah.
This was the same man who, when I was just sitting down eating chocolate, thought it was the most artistic thing ever and wanted to take pictures of me eating chocolate.
Perfectly normal thing that happens. It's just guys being dudes.
It's just bros being guys.
I always go with my buddies and say, bro, you look so sexy eating that chocolate. I'm going to snap a couple pics.
I mean, who hasn't done that? Let's be real.
Do you still have those pics by any chance?
They're covered in paint. No.
What color is the paint?
No comment.